A thrilling adventure is about to begin. Listen to our AI-generated podcast review of Chapter 2, which Trinity, The Calling, perfect for supernatural enthusiasts. A new chapter of the podcast will be available weekly, so subscribe or click the notification bell to not miss out. And please share the link with others. Enjoy the podcast.
All right, get ready because today we are really diving deep into which Trinity, The Calling. You know that scene early on in the cafe? It seems like a totally normal couple thing at first, and then it gets really interesting, and we are going to take it apart to see how the author sets up a story that just might be a little magical.
It's amazing how they do it so subtly it feels normal, and then they start adding those little hints of suspense.
Exactly, like it's a calm before a storm. So we're introduced to Simon and Serena, newly engaged, and it seems like a normal day, right? Simon's completely engrossed in a book he found. He's got his nose stuck in this book, and Serena is, well, maybe a little bored with the whole shopping for engagement gifts thing, right?
And that's when things get really interesting. The author doesn't just say, oh, they're at a cafe. They describe it, so you're right there.
Okay.
Dishes clinking, people talking, the smell of coffee, it all feels so normal, so you're not expecting anything unusual to happen.
You really feel like you're at the table next to them listening in, and you have no idea. Things are about to get strange. Delf and Shorn arrive. That is where your average cafe scene becomes, hold on, who are these people?
It's amazing how they show up. The descriptions of these two women are so different. Delf is wearing all white, practically glowing, so beautiful, it's almost ethereal. Then there's Shorn, the opposite, all in black, with this intensity that's almost scary.
Like they came right out of some kind of old painting about light and dark. You almost expect dramatic music to start playing as they walk in. And the way they say hi to Simon, forget hello, they practically throw themselves at him.
And the author makes sure we notice that their beauty is intimidating to Serena. It tells us so much about how she sees them from the very beginning and how uncomfortable she is.
Yeah, you can practically hear her thinking, danger, danger. But there's more to it than just being jealous like a typical fiancé. Serena's had these moments before, these psychic flashes, feelings that something is wrong, and usually she's right.
This is where we start to see the author using foreshadowing, hinting at something bigger. Remember that line where she says, this time the prediction I would make is that something foreboding is going to happen. Gives me chills.
Right, it's like the author is telling us, listen up, things are about to get good. And you know what I think is so cool? It's not just introducing us to these interesting characters, it's making us ask if we should trust our gut feelings. What do you think? Is Serena's intuition a superpower? A curse? Maybe a little of both.
That's something we've all wondered, haven't we? How many times have you had a feeling about someone or something and ignored it? And the author uses that, so we wonder if Serena will ignore it this time and what might happen if she does. And you think it can't get any weirder, and then Simon tries to explain. He's all just friends from college. But he's acting so jumpy, like he doesn't even believe himself.
It's like he's trying to convince himself more than her. The author even points out how much he's sweating. Those little details really make it come alive, and you're like, okay, what are you not telling us, Simon?
Right. If they're just friends, why is he so nervous?
Exactly. And it's not just him either.
Yeah.
The way Delf and Shorn are acting is just off.
The author uses body language so well here to make you feel uneasy.
Like how they're all over Simon, basically.
Yes. Remember how it describes them almost surrounding him, holding on like they don't want to let go? It's like they're marking their territory.
And when he says college friends, and Shorn is like, yes, good friends. So robotic.
I know, chilling.
Like she's reading from a script.
It's those little things where you're like, wait a minute, something isn't right here.
It's like the author's playing a game with us and we don't know all the rules, you know?
Exactly. And then, as if things couldn't get any stranger, the scene just ends with Simon offering everyone coffee, like he's trying to get control back.
But Serena's just frozen,
Yeah.
horrified. It's that classic cliffhanger where you have to know what happens next.
Such a good example of how well foreshadowing works. The author doesn't have to spell everything out, just plants those little seeds of doubt and your mind starts racing.
Speaking of things that make your mind race, can we talk about the names Delf and Shorn for a minute? Those aren't exactly names you hear every day. Don't you think those names mean something? Like they're clues to who these women really are.
I was hoping you'd say that. They're so unusual. Delf, like delve digging into secrets. And Shorn, like that something is cut away, revealed.
Yeah. It's like the author is challenging us to figure it out, to accept that Maybe we've entered this world where names have power, where magic is real. What do you think? Are those names more than just names? It's like a puzzle, isn't it? We've got these interesting characters and this weird vibe, and now these names. The author just keeps adding these layers, so you can't help but wonder what it all means.
Exactly, and that's what makes the scene so good. You're left with all these questions like, who are Delf and Shorn? What do they want with Simon? And how does Serena fit into all of this with her psychic abilities?
And don't forget, the title is Which Trinity? The Calling. It's hard not to put those things together. Could Delf and Shorn be witches? And if they are, what does the calling mean? Is Serena part of that trinity?
Oh, for sure. The title adds a whole other level to everything. It's like the author telling us, get ready, things are about to get magical.
It's like we're standing at the edge of a dark forest, and we can hear something calling to us from inside. But we're not ready to go in yet, not really, because it's kind of nice just standing here feeling the suspense.
That's what makes a scene like this so great. It's not just what's written on the page, it's the feeling you get from it, the questions it makes you ask, all the possibilities.
It makes you want to keep reading, to find out what happens next. So when you're reading Which Trinity? The Calling, remember to pay attention to those little details, the things that seem small, because they might be the key to understanding everything.